Homeless shelters in San Antonio have had to reduce capacity in order to follow CDC guidelines during the pandemic. Now, one San Antonio nonprofit is testing out a program that may help people stay out of shelters permanently. Eyewitness News photojournalist Alan Kozlu has more.
We already have seen an increase in calls for people that are just needing shelter, needing a place to stay, trying to figure out what's next.
The coronavirus is bringing about new challenges for handling homelessness in San Antonio.
Right now, our shelters like Haven for Hope and the Salvation Army are implementing CDC guidelines, social distancing, so there's not as much availability. That means we need something else at that step where people are seeking shelter.
This week, the San Antonio Regional Alliance for the Homeless, or SARA, started a program aimed at keeping people from needing the use of homeless shelters.
Before someone enters shelter, we attempt diversion as the first step.
Through an interview with a trained counselor, people seeking shelter are helped to identify their own resources, and an individual solution is developed.
The data shows that in San Antonio, there was about an 80% increase in the need for homelessness support and programs.
With the help of a $250,000 grant from the USAA Foundation, which has worked on veteran homelessness in San Antonio in the past, Sarah is hoping to help 250 households keep a roof over their heads.
With the increase in homelessness due to COVID, it was a natural continuation of that support to positively impact the homelessness situation in our city.
SARA Operations Director Katie Vela says they hope the information gathered during this pilot program helps them raise money to expand the program beyond the pandemic.
But we're hoping by testing this out and looking at the outcomes, we can apply for grants in the future and continue to grow this program.
Alan Kozlu, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.